Hello YouTube, I'm Jack Clark, the Eagle Musketeer, coming to you with yet another video. Hello, how are you? Now, of course, as you can tell from the title, yet again I'm doing an Archetype review, this time of the Magical Archetype, or the Book of Spell Archetype, mind you. That will be released in the Return of the Duelist Booster Pack. Just like my previous Archetype videos, I'm now just going to tell you what I think of the cards individually, what I think of the cards as a whole, blah blah blah, whether I think they're competitive or will be casual. But yeah, yada yada yada, let's get straight on to it, with Magical Calligrapher Batel. Okay, 2-star, 500 attack, 400 defense, water spellcaster. When this card is normal summoned or flipped face up, you can add a Book of spell card from your deck to your hand. Okay, good. That's a very good card. I mean, Stratos, search for one of your Book of spell cards. Of course, the magical / Book of Spell Archetype focuses on using these Book of Spells, so this will allow you to add consistency to your deck. In addition to that, it's level 2, and it gets its effect when it's flipped face up, which immediately comes to mind is Apprentice Magician. Will allow you to search for this, and you'll be able to get its effect. So, Apprentice Magician, summon Batel, get a Book of Spell with Batel. So, lots of uber consistent. And of course, Apprentice Magician allows you to search for stuff like Crystal Seer for more consistency, and even Old Vindictive Magician for monster destruction, which a lot of archetypes, a lot of decks these days can't actually, can't really deal with. Everyone knows how annoying Ryko and Snowman Eater are, so let's actually see Old Vindictive Magician see some more play as well. So this is a very good card, very good card. I can't really fault it too much apart from it being very weak, but that actually works to its advantage. So let's go to the next one, Magical Archana. Okay, 3-star, that's right. 600 attack, 2000 defense, that's good. I mean, you've got big defense points to hide behind. So its effect is, once per turn, you can reveal a Book of spell card from your hand, and you can special summon one level 4 or lower spellcaster from your hand. And yeah, that's nice. It's got their own Marauding Captain-esque card, of course. Unlike Marauding Captain, though, it actually activates. You can activate it whenever you want. So once per turn, you can just activate it. Of course, being a ignition effect can have its downsides, but it's not hit by frickin' Bottomless, which helps. So yeah, I like this card. I mean, set this on your opening turn, your opponent summons a Ryo or something, they attack into it, they take a little bit of damage, this card, and then next turn you can just summon some spellcasters from your hand. Nice card. I like it a lot. The only real damn problem I have with these frickin' Marauding Captain-esque cards is that they summon from the hand, so unless this archetype can I guess get consistent hand advantage and be able to add more stuff to your hand and not lose too much advantage, then I can see this card being really very useful. So yeah, let's go to the next card, Magical Summoner Temper. Oh, it looks really cool. Okay, so let's go. Earth Spellcaster, 3-star, 1000 attack, 1000 defense. Okay, once per turn, no, during the main phase of the turn, you activate a Book of spell card, you contribute this card. Special summon one level 5 or higher light or dark spellcaster type monster from your deck. You cannot special summon any level 5 or higher monsters the turn you activate this effect. Oh my god, they've got their own balanced lone fire, and it's still really freaking good. Okay, so you use Book of spell card, which will be relatively easy considering you'll be searching for them with Batel and whatever other means you have. And then you get to tribute this for a frickin' spellcaster. Of course, Veiler really hates this card, but you get to summon a light or dark spellcaster, which is very nice. I mean, maybe we'll see a resurgence of Dark Magician decks in the future. I doubt it, but regardless. Of course, this archetype will be able to make use of this effect with another one of the cards that it will be able to summon with this, which is even better. So, with lots of good, and it summons from the deck as well, so even more consistency. So, I can see this deck being very, very good. So, let's go to the next one. Wow, lots of good cards. So, Magical Warrior 4s. Looks like Gaara from Naruto slightly, so. Okay then, so Fire Spellcaster, 4-star, 1500 attack, 1400 defense. Once per turn, you can shuffle a Book of spell card in your graveyard into your deck to target a face-up spellcaster you control, and you can increase its level by 1 and its attack by 500. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so you can use this with Lamore, summon it with Lamore, and you can use Force Effect to target Lamore and make it a 4-star monster, and then you can go for a rank 4 with Lamore. Rank 4 for Lamore. Yay! Inadvertent rhyming is inadvertent. So yeah, I like this card. Of course, Lamore gives you rank 3 options, and this will give you rank 4 options. So it's very nice. And of course, you can always target himself, so he will become a 2000 attack point beater, and in itself become level 5. So if you've got more than 1 forwards on the field, you can even potentially have rank 5 options. So yeah, really like this card. Especially the fact that you can just use it as a beat stick if you need it too. So yeah. Really good card. I mean, this archetype's full of really good cards. Let's see if... let's hopefully it stays like that. So, Magical Swordsman Shario. Ah, he's on a horse. He's so cool. Wind, 4-star, 1800 attack, 1300 defense. Okay, bit beefier than the other ones as well. Once per turn, you can discard a Book of spell card, and you can add a spellcaster from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. I mean, the discarding of a Book of Spell is kind of bad. I really don't like that, actually. Of course, you lose out on actually being able to use the effect of the Book of Spell, but you get to add a spellcast from your deck to your hand, or from your graveyard to your hand even. So, okay. What did I say? I mean, oh, maybe they're going to show a really bad one next. Oh, I bite my tongue. Okay, it's not that bad. I mean, it's not that good either. I mean, 1800 attack, it makes it at least got a decent body to hide behind, but yeah, not too good. I mean, I can't see this one being used much in magical decks. Well, oh, damn it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Magical Erudite Junon. Okay, see, we can all see from the artwork of this card that we know exactly what Konami's doing. We all know this is going to be the selling point of the card. And, yeah, let's see what Konami does censorship-wise to this card, if you know what I mean. But, okay. So, Light Spellcaster 7-star, 2500 attack, 2100 defense. So, got stats at least mirroring the Dark Magician, which is nice. Quite nostalgic, no less. So, you can activate this card's effect by revealing 3 books of spell cards in your hand, and you can special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, you can banish a book of spell card from your hand or your graveyard to target one card your opponent controls and destroy that target. Okay, really freaking good, this card. Okay, so if you do have it in your hand, then you will be able to special summon it if you do have the right amount of book of spells. So that's always nice, and also it's that summon can't be stopped by freaking Ryo either, which is very, very nice. Of course, it starts a chain, so it can't be stopped by Lagia either. So you summon this with its effect, and Lagia will be like, oh shit, 2500 attack points, what am I going to do? So yeah, that's very nice. Of course, I don't see the special summon effect being used too often, but we'll see. Of course, we haven't gone through the entire Archetype. The second effect, of course, very nice, banish a book of spell that you've already used, and you get to destroy a card. Or, of course, you can banish one that's dead in the hand as well, very nice as well. Of course, ideally, you want to be summoning this with Temper, so you can just summon this, banish the book of spell that you used, so that you could use Temper's effect, get rid of one of your opponent's cards, and then attack with Junon. Very nice card, very good. So, yeah, okay, let's go to the next one. This archetype's full of really groovy cards. So, Magical Hierophant. I think that's pronounced right. Hieron. Or Hieron. Okay. It's a rank 7. 2800 attack, 2600 defense. It requires 2 level 7 spellcasters, and once per turn you can detach an Inkly's material from this card to destroy spells and traps your opponent controls up to the number of book of spell cards in your graveyard. Okay then. Rank 7, so you'll be using Junon in its summon, most definitely. So you can use the Junon's effects previously to then do damage to your opponent. Of course, reducing the number of cards you'll be able to get rid of with Hieron's effect. But no, this is alright. I mean, 2800 is always good. I mean, if they can summon this card consistently, then your opponent's back row won't be much of a problem. I mean, of course, your opponent's got a really big influx of monster-hating traps in this format. So whether or not this card will actually see any play, because its effect will be either bottomless or veiled or whatever, will be interesting. However, if you do manage to get its effect off, then it's very good. Of course, you get major pluses from it. And it's 2800 attack, which is always very nice and very good. So, let's go to the next card. The spell cards of the Book of Spells, the Book of Spells themselves. So, let's go to the main dish of this archetype. So, Grim Book of Spell. Add 1 Magical Calligrapher, or 1 Book of Spell card from your deck to your hand, except Grim Book of Spell. You can only activate 1 Grim Book of Spell per turn. Okay, so they got their own E-emergency call, of course. It can search for Magical Calligrapher Batel, which is nice, actually. I assume Batel had Book of Spell in its name originally in the Japanese version. But yeah, this is a nice card. I mean, you get to search for even more consistency-wise. Search for more books of spells for you to use. You can't use more than 1 per turn, but that's fair enough. So yeah, nice. Adds consistency. I can see the screen card being running freeze. Let's go to the next one. Hydro Book of Spell. Okay, Big Fire Book. So, another normal spell card. Target 1 face-up spellcaster you control. It gains 1000 attack until the end phase. If that monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle this turn, you can add 1 Book of Spell spell card from your deck to hand. You can activate 1 Hierophant Book of Spell per turn. Okay, so this is like the Grim Book. But instead of having the definite you will be able to summon it, you will be able to search for a card, you can increase the attack of one of your spellcasters. So that's very nice. Of course, you can target any spellcaster, so not just the ones in this archetype. And it gets 1,000 attack until the end of the turn, which is very nice. I mean, some of them, of course, we've got Chario, which 18. You've got 4s, which can potentially go up to 2,000, and with this, of course, to 3,000. It's very nice to be able to run over your opponent's monsters, do some major damage potentially, and if you do destroy monsters, you get to search for more books of spell. Very nice. I like this card. Lots of consistency in this, but I can see one major problem, which I would say after I've gone through all the cards. So let's get to the next one, the penultimate one, the Necro Book of Spell. Okay, this is an equip card, no less, and it's got North Wemco on it, and it's got Temper on it. Temper's a girl. Pretty nice. Okay, so equips card. Banish 1 spellcaster type monster in your graveyard and reveal 1 Book of spell card in your hand to target 1 spellcaster type monster in your graveyard and special summon it. And then you equip this card to that target. Increase the level of the equipped monster by the level of the banished monster. You can only activate 1 Necro Book of Spell per turn. Very nice, they've got their own Premature Burial. Of course, the first thing that comes to mind, actually, is the fact that Effect Veiler is actually a spellcaster, so you'll easily be able to get a spellcaster from your hand to the graveyard pretty easily. I mean, most people run some kind of card that is annoyed by a Veiler, and now you can use it in your spellcaster deck to actually do something productive. And of course, Apprentice Magician can summon frickin' Effect Veiler, I think, as well, so you can level 1 tuning. So yeah, I can imagine this deck using 3 Veilers as well, but actually being able to use them above the frickin' effect negation. So, of course, you banish Spellcaster, and you get to summon a Spellcaster from your graveyard, so nice. You get to summon another card, so I guess reusing the effects of Temper. Let me think, so 5, 6, 5. Okay, so for example, you summon 4s back with this card, and now if you don't remember, 4s of course can target a spellcaster, increase its level by 1 and its attack by 500. So for example, if you do banish an Effect Veiler, for example, and then you get to summon 4s from your graveyard, 4s will then become a level 5, and of course you can then use its effect to make it level 6, assuming that you let's say you banish Batel actually and it become a level 7, which means you can use it to Xe summon one of their rank 7s, so the Hierophant thingy. So yeah, nice card. I mean, of course, just the fact that you can just summon your monsters from the graveyard is very, very nice, so you can reuse the effects of Temper for even more annoying pluses. So yeah, let's go to the last card, the Torah Book of Spell. Very nice artwork. Target, it's a quick play spell, so target 1 face-up spellcaster you control, on the field even, and apply one of these effects. This turn, the target is unaffected by spells, or it is unaffected by traps. Okay, that's very nice. It's alright. I mean, I'm not sure if you'll see this card being played more or less than frickin' Forbidden Lance, but I think the fact that it doesn't, of course, Forbidden Lance could be used on your opponent's monsters to weaken them. It'd be interesting to see whether or not this card sees use, but it's a nice card. It's not as good as some of their other ones, but it's searchable, it's quick play, so you can chain it. Yeah. Really quite nice. Now, of course, I've given each of the individual cards a glowing review. However, now I play the Vylon deck. Now, of course, Vylon decks can be built consistently, and I think this deck's going to have the same problem that Vylons have. Of course, people who properly run this archetype will be able to make consistent builds, and it'll be interesting to see whether or not they can make decent decks out of it. But this deck has a lot of very good monsters that you'll need to use, and a lot of good spell cards that are needed for those monsters to use those effects. So of course you need to try and get the ratio between your Book of spell cards, how many you use, and how many of the magicals you actually use as well. Of course, a lot of them search for each other, so that can help with consistency-wise. But it'll be interesting to see what kind of builds people can come up with, and whether or not this will actually make any kind of an impact. And yeah, I have high hopes for this deck. I do hope it does well in tournaments, no less, simply because it will be nice to see spellcasters take the reins once more. And of course, I'm hoping to see people tech Dark Magicians for the nostalgia lols. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And of course, If you have any thoughts or ideas on any of the cards that I've talked about in today's video, please put those in the comments down below as a video response. Really would appreciate it. Really would like to read some of your responses and thoughts as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm Jack Clark, the YGO Musketeer. More Archetype review videos on the way. I think I've got the parts and Giagianos next. So if you want to know which one you're going to do next, then please say in the comments down below as well. Should I do the parts or the Giagianos next? So put those in the comments. And yep, please comment, like, and favourite this video. I'm Jack Clark, the YGO Musketeer. More videos out to you soon. Goodbye.